Twitter criticism, reading, I don't know what I'm going to read, I don't know. Well, Cgtn, of course. Cgtn is the best thing mankind did. I'm a fan of Chinese people. I'm a xenophile. So that's why I read too much Cgtn. So, August 25, 2024, politics from Cgtn. China says relationship with US at critical time to be stabilized ahead of Sullivan's visit. 3 minutes read, August 25, 2024, Cgtn. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan will visit China from August 27 to 29 at the invitation of Wang Yi, China's senior diplomat, at a time China called a critical juncture to stabilize the relationship between the two biggest economies. The trip will mark the first visit to China by a national security advisor to the US president after 8 years. Beijing called the upcoming visit an important step to implement the common understanding the two presidents reached at their San Francisco meeting. Quote, after San Francisco, the diplomatic, financial, law enforcement, and climate teams and the militaries of the two sides have maintained communication, and the exchanges between the two peoples have increased. Meanwhile, the United States has kept containing and suppressing China. Read the statement published on China's Foreign Ministry official social media handle. Quote, against this backdrop, Director Hang Yi will have an in-depth exchange of views with NSA Sullivan on China-US relations, sensitive issues, and major international and regional hotspots. The statement said, Taiwan question remains the first and foremost red line. Quote, the Taiwan question is the first and foremost red line that must not be crossed in China-US relations. The statement read, China also doubled down on its resolute stance on the island, calling Taiwan independence the biggest risk to peace and stability in the Taiwan Straits. In the statement, Beijing urged Washington to abide by the One China principle and the provisions of the three China-US joint communiques and honor its commitment of not supporting Taiwan independence, while hoping that the US could work in the same direction with China and take more measures to facilitate the flow of people between the two countries. On Palestine-Israel conflict, China hopes for early ceasefire. Also in the statement, Beijing reiterated its stance on the Middle East issue, promising its commitment to promoting peace and justice, and supports all parties in safeguarding their legitimate rights and interests, especially the restoration of the legitimate national rights of Palestine. It stated that the immediate priority is that all parties to the conflict must earnestly implement the relevant Security Council resolutions and create conditions for an early, comprehensive, and lasting ceasefire in Gaza, hoping the US will adopt a responsible position. When discussing its position on Ukraine, China said it will continue to promote peace talks, work for political settlement, and carry out mediation diplomacy, warning the US of abusing unilateral sanctions and long-arm jurisdiction. China seeks peaceful development, not competition with the US. Beijing also stressed its firm determination for peaceful development and win-win cooperation. Quote, China has all along believed that major country competition is not the solution to the problems facing the United States or the world, the statement read, adding that it will defend the UN-centered international system and international order. Quote, China does not follow the old path of Western colonization and plundering, nor the wrong path of seeking hegemony with growing strength, nor does it seek to export its ideology, it said. I'm going to read another one, like good news from Cgtn, I guess. Yeah, I like this subject. Maybe this is Monday, Monday, one thing I really like about Cgtn, about its articles about all these people, all the Chinese people writing in English. The words they choose, the word they choose are so smooth, The English they speak is so great. I cannot say enough that. I always remember this. They are great. In my opinion, they are great writers, but more than great, they are, I don't remember, spectacular maybe. I don't remember the word now. Can you see I'm not so fluent as Chinese people? Anyway, I'm a fan of Chinese people. So this is a tricky Monday, This is not an easy Monday for China. August 25. I guess it's not Monday. Let's see, let's check it out. This is Sunday. So Sunday is not an easy day for, I like it. Let's fight. Let's solve all our problems on Sunday. August 25, 2024, China. Philippines to blame for dangerous vessel collision in South China Sea, says CCG. August 25, Cgtn. We have a photograph. Looks like a fish, a file photo of. This is Nancha Kwando in the South China Sea. Maybe an island. Maybe this is an island. The China Coast Guard CCG said on Sunday that the responsibility for a collision between a CCG vessel and a Philippine vessel near waters of China's Nansha Kundao in the South China Sea earlier in the day lies with the Philippines. Without the permission of the Chinese government, the Philippine vessel 3002 on Sunday illegally intruded waters of Jiao of China's Nansha Kundao, and the CCG took lawful control measures against the vessel, said Gan Yu, spokesperson for the CCG. At 1412, the Philippine vessel 3002 ignored warnings from the Chinese side and intentionally rammed the CC vessel 21,551, which was carrying out normal law enforcement activities at the time in an unprofessional and dangerous manner, resulting in a collision between the vessels, Grant said. Quote, the responsibility lies entirely with the Philippine side, he added. The Philippine vessel also carried media reporters on board who distorted the fact and hyped the incident up for propaganda purposes, he noted. In the process, the CCG followed, monitored, and supervised the Philippine vessel and blocked it and drove it away, said Gan. Its on-site operation was its on-site operation was professional, standardized, legitimate, and lawful. He added that the Philippine side was kept causing trouble and provocation recently, which is of a very bad nature, seriously infringing on China's territorial sovereignty, seriously violating the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea, and seriously undermining regional peace and stability. Quote, "We urge the Philippine side to immediately stop infringing upon China's rights, smearing China, or hyping up the incident. Otherwise, the Philippine side will bear all the consequences," the spokesperson noted. China has indisputable sovereignty over the Nancha Kundao and their adjacent waters, including Chabingjiao, he said. Oh, I'm going to see again this photograph. It's an island, I guess. So perhaps this could be the trigger for the World War III. I just lost it when I was. We urge the Philippine side to immediately stop infringing upon China's rights, smearing China, or hyping up the incident. Otherwise, the Philippine side will bear all the consequences, the spokesperson noted. China has indisputable sovereignty over the Nancha Kundao and their adjacent waters, including Chambingjiao, he said. The CCG will continue to carry out law enforcement activities in waters under China's jurisdiction, per the law, and resolutely safeguard the country's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests, he added. So I'm going to see the last one. What's going on? Pretty nice five. You know, this last one I don't understand, but Cgtn is paying too much attention to that. I don't understand. I'm going to the other two are great, but this 5. I don't know what about that. It's like technology. This is like gaming technology. Chinese people, they are gamers. What about that? I'm going to read this, but I don't care about gaming, you know. August 25, 2024. Technology. Black Myth, Hong Kong becomes smash hit with over 10 million copies sold. Cgtn. Chinese video game Black Myth Wukong has sold over 10 million copies across all platforms, with the maximum number of concurrent players. Chinese video game Black Myth Wukong has taken the gaming world by storm, selling over 10 million copies across all platforms by 9 p.m. on Friday. 3 days after its release on Thursday morning, developer Game Science announced it. Considered the first Chinese developed AAA title, Black Myth Wukong topped the most played games list on Steam, a leading gaming platform merely an hour after its debut. Game Science revealed that the game's maximum number of concurrent players across all platforms surpassed 3 million. Quote, Black Myth Wukong draws inspiration from the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West. The story follows the adventures of a monk and his 3 disciples, with a particular focus on Sun Wukong, the legendary Monkey King, known for his supernatural powers and mischievous nature. With the first weekend underway, industry experts anticipate that game sales will continue to surge. Goldman Sachs previously projected the Black Myth Wukong could achieve sales of 12 million copies. 12 million copies on Steam, generating over 3 billion yuan, about 450 million dollars in revenue. In a bullish scenario, the game could reach 20 million units sold, with revenue topping 5 billion yuan. AAA games typically define it as a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of resources, or high cost, high volume, high quality standalone titles are in a market dominated by developers from countries such as Japan, the United States, and France. Van Halen, a member of an expert committee under the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, said the game's launch has spurred consumption in related sectors and boosted interest in traditional Chinese culture. Celebrated for its rich cultural heritage and modern gaming aesthetics, Black Myth Wukong has become a sensation transcending the gaming community. Its unprecedented success has even boosted the stock prices of some companies and spurred tourism in North China's Shanxi province, one of the key filming locations for the game. Although most players are from China, the game's popularity is spreading rapidly worldwide. Some enthusiastic fans have compiled over 200 pages of background material to help international players understand the story's deep cultural roots. The global spread of gaming culture is often fueled by curiosity and a sense of mystery, two of the most powerful forms of attraction, said Yu Ranjing, co-founder of Game Science. Quote, "We hope to show that Chinese games can also achieve world-class standards through our efforts," you said. China's gaming market is evolving towards more diversified competition, and the industry is undergoing a period of growth and transformation, which you describe it as an unprecedented opportunity. China is the largest gaming market in the world, with sales revenue exceeding 300 billion yuan in 2023. According to an industry report, in the first half of 2024, the sales revenue of the domestic gaming market reached 147.3 billion yuan, up 2.08% year-on-year, with the number of users in China reaching a record high of 674 million. I guess I will never be a gamer. I don't care about this. So not everything is perfect from China.